So what we're doing today is we're making a self-watering garden planter. And what I'm using is a couple of recycled Tupperwares that I had around the house. You could use almost anything. You could use a 55-gallon drum and cut it in half, or if you got smaller pots, even something like this, you can make for an inside planter, do the same kind of thing. So what I got inside of here is a piece of drain tile that has a sock around it. What that looks like is like this. I just found a piece of this laying around, and it's got little slots in it so the water can go in and out of here. You can see it can hold a lot of water. And the sock is actually just to keep some of our soil from getting into the water. And I got is a 1.25-inch tube. It could be any size, and I cut a angle on it so the water can run out, because if it's on the bottom and it's flat, you know, water wouldn't be able to get out. And I stick that right inside of there, and I got the cap on it just so that when later on mosquitoes wouldn't be going in and out of there. I drilled a couple holes in the side here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little zip tie and I'm going to stick it in here and then come back out like that and just zip tie it to the side like that. So now you got this set up. The next thing I'm going to do is put rock in it like this. It can be any kind of rock. And you're just creating a reservoir down the bottom here for water. And when I drilled a hole in the side, just a little lower in the top, so that when you fill it up, when you see water coming out of here, it's full. And also you can't overfill it. So if you look at this other one I have a little farther along here, I've already got the rock in this one. And I've got the pipe zip tied to the side. I got these areas here that are a little bit lower, and that's intentional so that when I put the sand in, sand is what I'm using for the next layer. It's not necessarily necessary, but I wanted to use a little sand that'll wick up the water out of these areas where it is lower. So I got some sand here. I just shoveled out of a pile. And I'm just going to put a layer of that in, like that. And just push it out, flatten it out, like that. Now I just want to kind of pack it into those low spots, like that. And then now, you wouldn't have to do this, but I have a piece of fabric. It's just some landscape fabric that we had from doing the yard, just to keep my dirt a little bit separated. I think I got that the wrong way. From the sand. And then now, I've got an organic potting soil mix here. And that's our vegetable garden soil. Let me take that one here. Got scissors. Cut her open. There we go. I'm going to put a little layer of this in. Oh, this looks good. And then I've got hydrated lime. This has got calcium in it too. You want to look for that. I'm just going to put a little layer of this in the bottom of that. Just shake it out a little. Like that. And then some more potting soil. And you want to fill it up now. So let's see how much it is. Just like that. This is nice. You really want to get it pretty full too, because otherwise water will pool on top, and you don't want that. So I'll take a little more out of this one. take too much more of this. And then, after this, what I've got is a organic tomato and vegetable food. So this is your fertilizer. There's lots of different brands and types you can use. And I'm only putting about 1/3 of a cup of that in here. And I'm just gonna dig a little trench here. And fill that up. And so at this point, you're ready to plant your vegetables. I'm going to put like 2 tomatoes. You really could even put 1 in something this size. You then cover it with mulch. And you just get a garden hose, fill that tube. When you see water coming out the hole, it's full. Should probably last about a week at least, you know, without having to rewater. Maybe we'll come back and show you the finished product. That's it. So this is basically the finished product. You know, I know I'm probably planting more than I should be in here. This is probably really a 1 tomato plant. I got a tomato plant here, and I went kitty corner, and I got a Roma over here. This one's no, that's the Roma, and this one's a beef, big beef. We did a couple of marigolds here, try and keep the rabbits away. So at this point, I put some mulch on top of it, and then you just wet down your mulch a little bit, stick your garden hose right in there, and fill it up with water, just like that. You want to do this, I mean, it's going to be gallons because of the space. You do it until you see water coming out of that hole, and then it'll just water itself. I hope you enjoyed the video. There's lots of YouTube videos out there, different ones showing different methods. Check them out and they'll help you out. Thank you very much.